Welcome to this product review on the stem cell activating patch called the X39 from a technology company called Lifewave that was developed by our inventor and CFO, David Schmidt, in early 2020. Now, this unique product is all about reducing inflammation while reversing age. But as you'll soon learn in today's presentation, the X39 does so much more. Hi, I'm Suzanne Roth-Paul, a certified primal health coach and the author of the Poison in Your Pantry ebook and the soon-to-be-released Secrets to Radiant Health website and Facebook community. Now, I'll be sharing all kinds of amazing information and bringing guests on to share this latest information on how to live your best life safely and harmlessly. I'm so excited to be launching this, and I hope you'll find me on social and join my community of like-minded souls after this product review. I'd love to see you there because I'm always full of information you won't want to miss. Now, speaking of, I'm so pleased to say that this X39 patch that we're going to be talking about today has changed my life for the better and all of those that have joined me on this amazing LifeWave journey. It cleared up a 5-year-old face rash that I had that nothing would help, and my anxiety and depression tendencies have virtually disappeared. Or when they do arise, all I do is go get a patch. Now, I have been coaching for about 15 years now on how to live your best life by not only eating better, but adopting a healthier lifestyle, by adopting healthier lifestyle choices while using safe and harmless products like this patch. But I must say, nothing has come close to what I've witnessed these patches can do, and in a very short time for so many people out there that are open to trying this incredible technology. Now, I hope after my presentation, you'll try this patch as well. Now, I'll also be weaving in today some of my own experiences using the X39, but we'll share a very powerful story about how this technology has impacted my own 99-year-old father. So I hope you'll stay to the end. So now I'm going to share you my PowerPoint presentation. So, have you been patched yet? Well, I've been patched for the past 3 years, and I cannot tell you enough about how much this patch has helped me, and being with Lifewave has changed my life. Because at this point, I'm elevating, activating, and regenerating my stem cell every time I wear this patch. Now, you'll be experiencing a level of health and vitality that you've never experienced before and since your youth. And can you imagine not having any more pain, sleeping through the night, and having more energy just by reversing your age? Well, we're going to now talk about a little further about the phototherapy and these Lifewave patches. Now, do you know that stem cells decline with age? Well, the fewer the stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. Because that's what happens, as you can recall, when you're a child, you can fall, get a bump and bruise, get up and keep moving because you are able to activate your stem cells naturally and harmlessly, and you heal much quicker. But when you are older, it takes a lot longer to heal because your stem cells, frankly, go dormant. Now, that we're hundreds of millions of people are experiencing signs of aging every single day. For instance, I definitely am one of them because I'm 60 this year, and I don't want to do anything that causes me to age more rapidly. Now, because as we age, our stem cells by the age of 60 start to show very little activity and become slower and slower, releasing less growth factors that are needed to repair our body. Now, by the time we're in our mid-70s, we're showing almost no stem cell activity at all. And again, like I said, this is why elder people have a difficult time recovering from injuries. Now, I want to mention a little Lifewave disclaimer here that these products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases or medical conditions. Always consult with a physician or other qualified healthcare provider before embarking on a new treatment, product use, diet, or fitness program. Okay, so now that we know that stem cells decline, how exactly does the X39 work for helping activate our stem cells? Well, as you can see here, that the holy grail of reversing age is by a copper peptide known as the GHK-Cu. Now, this copper peptide we make naturally in our bodies. And it's made of, the X39 is made of organic nanocrystals that are embedded in this patch that we then apply to our skin. And once that happens, it's able to elevate this peptide, the GHKCU, to activate those stem cells. Now, it's been clinically proven to enhance overall health and vitality. Now, here's a little blurb from the National Institute of Health that talks about in their website, which is pretty powerful, that the government is talking about stem cell activation and, from activating this copper peptide and the importance of it. We're going to be talking about how Lifewave activates these stem cells. But this GHKCU peptide stimulates blood vessel and nerve outgrowth. It increases collagen and elastin for visible anti-aging. And it has the ability to improve tissue repair that has been demonstrated for skin, lung, connective tissue, bony tissue, liver and stomach lining. Now, what I found so powerful about this knowledge was that I had a skin rash for about 5 years that just wouldn't clear, as I'd mentioned. And when I was able to get activating my stem cells, I noticed that my skin cleared up much, much quicker, that nothing else would resolve. So it's pretty powerful that my liver was taxed by probably toxins, and my basically my stomach lining, which is really powerful. If you don't have a healthy stomach, you don't have a healthy brain. And by wearing these patches on my head, I was literally able to reverse this skin rash on my face. Now, some of the other things that this GHKCU peptide does is it's powerful cell production actions, as I just mentioned, but it also has anti-cancer activities, anti-inflammatory actions, as well as being an anti-anxiety, anti-pain, and anti-aggression activities as well. So it's pretty powerful to consider in today's high-stress environment where we need all the help we can get to reduce some of this behavioral things that are going on in our society today with anxiety, stress, emotional issues, and obviously mental health issues. Okay, so let's jump into the next slide here that will be talking about the amazing person who's responsible for creating this X39 stem cell patch. Now, his name is David Schmidt. He's our inventor and founder and CEO. Now, David has over 130 U.S. patents. He's a scientist and loves to be called an inventor because when he was a young boy, he said he was taking things apart all the time, driving his parents crazy and trying to figure out what else he could do with these things on his own. So he's always been creative and inventing in the labs and in his home. And this has been a real dream of his to be able to bring these amazing products to the world. Now, he's also a two-time recipient Advanced Technology Award from the International Hall of Fame, which is a really big accomplishment for him. And we're also proud of him for that. So how did Lifewave first begin? Well, the original idea came from his work developing survival equipment that he was trying to create while working for the Navy SEAL crew members of a mini sub to stay awake for 30 hours or more without using harmful drugs or medications. So he started looking into natural ways to increase energy in our bodies. Well, that investigation turned into 3 years of research, which culminated with the first Lifewave prototype called the Energy Enhancer Patch. So he's really been active with learning and investigating on what this patch can do well before he got to this point where he is today with launching the X39. Now, in 2004, he met a gentleman by the name of Richard Quick, who's a 6-time United States Olympic swim coach. Now, prior to their meeting, there was a biomedical engineer by the name of Carl Merritt that introduced Lifewave Energy Enhancer patches to Coach Quick. Now, just 3 weeks after providing the patches to a Stanford University team, 6 of the 8 members broke their personal lifetime records. And shortly after that, the Stanford team members were spotted wearing Lifewave patches during the Olympic swimming trials, propelling Lifewave into the national media spotlight. Now, as a result, over 1,000 people came forward and became Life brand partners like myself. So it's pretty impressive that by people wearing these patches, it just catapulted Lifewave into the limelight. Now, on November 10th, 2004, Lifewave was officially launched. Now, the first day that we became a direct sales company. Now, the sales in the first month of business exceeded over $500,000. So it's pretty impressive. And I have to say that I am being somebody who is very athletic. I love wearing these patches to maintain stamina and to keep me in recovery. And, it's one of those things that I think a lot of people now have recognized this X39 can do. So also I wanted to mention that Lifewave today is making at least $1 million a day in sales with this product. Okay, so on that note, I do want to mention something that's very important, that Lifewave now has launched, or is about to launch on February 14th, a new product that's called the Alavita Revive Eye Cream for reducing wrinkles and fine lines. And you can bet I'm going to be buying this because it has the powerful copper peptide in it. So I hope you'll look into it as well. So February 14th, which is a great, appropriate time for a Valentine's gift. So now we're going to dive into some of the science behind the X39. So here we have some images of a patent on the right side of the slide that proves that this product works. Now, as a health coach, there is nothing more important for me to know that when I'm recommending products, that they're not only safe, but they do what they say they're going to do. And this patent has proved that these patches actually do activate a copper peptide in our bodies to stimulate good health. And a couple of things, there's a very unique product, obviously, but it's exclusively protected by multiple patents. It has over 80 research and clinical studies, and many independent researchers in universities and medical and scientific experts support and back this product. Now, this is the bottom left scan here, image here is a scan of a 77-year-old female woman who basically had some brain issues that David wanted to prove that this X39 patch could do some inflammation busting by wearing it. So on the bottom left slide, at bottom left image here, you'll see that there's a lot of red and yellow in the image, and that's indicative of a lot of inflammation and potential cognitive issues. Well, 3 weeks after wearing the patch, you can see on this middle slide that a lot of the red and the yellow inflammation has gone, and we've had some significant improvement just after 3 weeks of wearing the patch. And obviously by 6 weeks, her brain is in a lot better condition, a lot of inflammation reduced, and most likely some of her cognition has been regained just simply by wearing this X39 patch. So once again, it has been proved that the patch really does work. But what's interesting is David was advised before doing this study to pick someone much younger just to show that the brain wasn't in such bad shape. And he said, no, I want to do someone who's older to prove how powerful this patch is. And it really does prove it in this lab test right here. So now is a good time for me to stop for a second and demonstrate, what is this patch? What does it look like? And how does it come delivered to your home? Well, here is what it gets delivered in. Comes in this nice little sleeve here of 30-day supply. And this is what the patch looks like. It's just a little disc. It's got an adhesive back. And I'm going to take off the back of this right now. And I'm going to put this patch, it goes on different places of the body. Well, of course, it doesn't want to come off when I'm trying to show it. I'm going to place this right here on my wrist. Now, I have a little bit of discomfort and inflammation in my wrist from starting yoga again. So there's some pain in this wrist. And by placing it right here, I'm going to automatically start the inflammation busting. And I'm reversing age at the same time. But I'll show you in the next slide here that where the placement is normally, but you can place this patch anywhere on the body. So we're going to jump to the next slide, and I'll tell you a little bit more about how and what the benefits are of this X39 technology. Now you can see up in the top left, top two images, there is 2 placements for the patch below the belly and above the spine on your neck. Now that's where we wear the patch for daily, just for daily maintenance, because these are key meridian points. And when they're placed here, they'll help improve circulation and support the immune system. And you don't have to wear these on your skin. They can be applied on clothing, just so you know. So let's talk a little bit here about these amazing benefits. Now, you just saw me indicate here by putting this patch on my wrist there's rapid pain relief that you can experience within minutes to hours. And that's what this patch is really known for. A lot of people start on the X39 because they're in a lot of pain, whether it be at back or knee pain. Those are the two popular areas that people suffer from the most. There's reduced inflammation, as you can see, I just spoke about. It supports wound healing. Now, I can tell you stories, forever about injuries that people have that recover rapidly. Instead of 6 weeks, it can be as soon as a week of recovery from some really bad wound injuries. I've cut my finger, for instance, and put the patch on over a Band-Aid, and within minutes to hours, it started healing. It also, the patch can also provide energy and vitality. A lot of people experience energy right away by wearing this patch, and just a sense of calm. They say, I don't know what it is, but I just feel better. A big one for me is mental clarity. Now, I suffer from a lot of mood issues and anxiety, and a lot of my clients do as well. And by simply wearing this patch, you can really calm the nervous system down. So there's so many benefits. I have a patient who has Parkinson's, and we patch her regularly, and just helping her deal with her day-to-day stressors has been huge. And she just doesn't go a day without wearing them now. There's enhanced sports performance, faster recovery from exercise. So that goes really well hand in hand for athletes and people who exercise a lot, which is in my family a real benefit. And of course, my favorite, which is improved skin appearance and hair growth. Those are two things that a lot of people experience right away. So it's pretty interesting to see that this patch is powerful in what it's doing for you, but it has so many benefits that just depending on your body and what your needs are. Okay, so now I'd like to talk to you a little bit more, and on this last slide, about what this can do on the inside of your body when you wear it, because we just talked about the outside benefits. There's a lot going on in the inside as well. As you know, that healing really is an inside job, and that's what happened with my own skin, is that I needed to get the inside healed before it would start healing my skin on the outside. So the first few days, you can expect that 4,000 genes begin to be reset. That's pretty impressive. And within 6 weeks, your brain becomes more balanced. Now, that's what I was talking about a while ago, is so many of us, and even saw in the 77-year-old lady's brain scans, that it's able to calm down our nervous system. Hence, our brain is able to react more calmly doing things, and just giving you overall balance. It can resolve PTSD. It can help with anxiety and depression. So these are symptoms, again, that it helps. I step back and say that these symptoms are obviously what are being affected, and not necessarily the patch doing it. They're just telling the patches are messengers telling your body what to do. And within 3 months, your collagen is increased, which is a very powerful protein in the body. And you can experience decreased wrinkles, hair growth increase, and even the structural integrity of both your skeletal and muscular systems can be affected. Now, within 6 months, there was a study that was done that shows that your heart can be reversed in age. And I really love this story, because I'm going to tell you something about my dad here in just a minute, because the study showed that 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age by an average of 8 years, just in 6 months of wearing the X39 patch. Wow. That in itself is worth it in gold, because we know that stalling and reversing age, or anything that has to do with age reversal, is what everybody wants. And here I am at 60. I don't want to age anymore. I'm quite happy where I am right now. So it's pretty amazing that this patch has all of these great benefits. Now, David likes to call this, he doesn't like to call it anti-aging. He calls it age reversing. And I have to say that's a better term, because that's what this is doing. And many of us know that for every day that we wear this patch, we've gained some days on the other end for sure. Okay, so now I'd like to stop and share with you my story about my father. Now, I'm going to pull my notes up here because it's a pretty emotional story, and I don't want to forget anything, but I did mention that my dad has a great patch story. Now, Dad is 99 years old right now, and he will be 100 this April. It's pretty amazing that he's a centenarian. Now, I'm happy to say that he's still going very strong. Now, he has a couple of serious health conditions, and one of them is he's got chronic heart failure, and he's near blind, because he only has 30 100% vision in his good eye. Now, when Dad was 95, so that was, 4 short years ago, he was told by the eye specialist that if he lives much longer, he was not only going to have his blind eye removed, which is a horribly painful surgery, by the way, especially for someone at his age, but he would definitely be blind, and he'd definitely be blind. Both eyes would be blind. He would lose sight. Now, anyone at his age, first of all, with chronic heart failure, it's just a matter of time that he would pass away, and he's still alive. So in early 2021, just about 3 years ago, as I said, I started Dad on the X39 patch. Well, not only has his heart been stronger than ever, he never lost his blind eye, and his vision is still pretty good. And it hasn't really deteriorated. Now, if you can wrap your head around that, as it's been 5 years longer than what the doctors predicted would happen to him, and 3 of those years, he's been wearing the X39 patch. Now, that makes me really emotional every time I tell this story, because I know it's due to the power of these patches that he has been doing so well, not only with his heart, but with his eyesight. Now, he's been using other Lifewave patches for his eyes. And, I wanted to full disclosure there, because they're all powerful. But by using the X39, it has made those other patches more powerful, because he's having his stem cells activated to do the work of the healing that any of the other patches that he's using is supporting. Now, to remember, to have a healthy cell, you really need to be well. And that's what this is doing for us every time we wear this patch. Now, Dad's been able to also live in the childhood home I grew up in Texas. And I have a lot of clients using Lifewave that are elderly, and no one wants to be put in a nursing home, especially not my dad. And this has been the biggest gift that I've given my father, is that he can still live at home. Now, he has a lot of caretakers. So that's the other interesting thing about this, that many of his caretakers have to patch him. So they've learned about Lifewave. And I'm going to tell you, the smart ones, they're using Lifewave as well. So it's been really incredible for me to play it forward as being a health advocate, and see all these people benefiting from an amazing product that I've brought into, not only into my family, but with all of my community of folks as well. Now, Dad told me recently on a phone call that when I was chatting with him, that he said, I had a little symptom, and all I do is tell the caretakers to go get a patch. And it's quite sweet to hear him talk about it the way that he does, because he really does depend on him. And I'm so happy that he has, I call it, this is your medicine cabinet. I say, don't go in your medicine cabinet, go find your patch cabinet. So now that we're in of this product review, I hope you'll reach out to whoever invited you here to learn more and get started using the X39 yourself. Remember, it's never too late to start, no matter what your age. Now, we also have a website to peruse called yourteaminmotion.com that is chock full of many testimonials from satisfied clients and users, as well as diving deep into the science and the technology behind this product. Now, I'm hoping to have some pictures of my dad up on this website soon, so check back often and see what crazy things he's up to at 100. And keep coming back here Thursdays at noon and Pacific Standard Time, and for more Lifewave stories. And I'll be sharing a lot more information